Welcome to day 5 of my 7-day Christmas card series. Today I'm working on ivory coloured linen effect cardstock, and I'm beginning here by taking some distress ink in seedless preserves and sponging this all around the edges of the card using a piece of Ranger cut and dry foam. Next, I'm going to add some stamping to my card, and for this I've chosen a stamp set by Stampers Anonymous called Grunge Flakes, and I'm adding colour to the stamp using Holtz distress markers. The colours I've chosen are Seedless Preserves and Salty Ocean. Once I've finished adding colour to the stamp, I then spritz it with a little water before applying it to my card, and this will give the snowflakes a more grungy and watercolour finish. I then continue adding further snowflakes around the perimeter of the card, and then also choose some of the smaller snowflakes on the stamp set and add some of these also. This is my Tiny Splatters stamp by Stampin' Up, and I'm adding some of this to create some more interest in the background using the Salty Ocean Distress Ink. When I've done this, I then go back to the Seedless Preserves Distress Ink and use this direct to paper to darken the border around the edges. Next, I'm creating a focal image for the card, and again I'm using the Linen Effect cardstock and the large snowflake stamp. I'm adding the same colours of distress marker to the stamp, but this time I'm stamping it without adding any of the water so that the image is more defined and clear. And in the same manner that I did the background for the card, I'm using the Seedless Preserves Distress Ink direct to paper around the edges to darken them. This is a piece of basil cardstock in the colour Blackberry, and I'm using this to layer my focal image. I'm attaching it using Sellotape brand double-sided tape, and then I'm also going to add a layer to my background. The layering cardstock that I've chosen for my background is another piece of the ivory coloured linen effect cardstock, followed by another piece of the blackberry coloured basil cardstock. Once the layering is complete, I'm attaching my focal image using some 3D foam tape so that it gives the centre image some dimension. This is Stickles glitter glue in the colour Stardust, and I'm using this to add some sparkle to both the main image, just mostly at the very tips of the snowflake, not covering it completely, and also I'm adding a little bit to the background layer too. For the base of my card, I'm using my usual 350 GSM smooth white cardstock, which is stamped on the reverse with my Judekin stamp, details of which can be found in the video description. I'm attaching the front of the card to the base using Sellotape brand double-sided tape, and now it's time to work on the insert. For this, I've chosen a Spellbinders die. This is label 17, and I'm beginning by sponging around the edges using the Seedless Preserves Distress Ink, which featured on the front of the card, using a piece of Ranger Cut and Dry foam. To decorate my insert, I've chosen the smaller of the snowflakes that I stamped on the front of the card. I'm colouring it with the same colours of markers that I used previously and stamping it in opposite corners. So I'm using the top left corner and the bottom right corner for my decorative elements. For the sentiment on my insert, I've chosen my paper tray ink stamp set called Signature Christmas, and I'm stamping my sentiment using VersaFine ink in Onyx Black. The last step in today's project is to attach my insert to the card, and now it is complete. I hope you enjoyed day 5 of my 7-day series, and I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. As usual, there is a link in the video description to the full product list as well as my social media sites.